Yo, yo, yo. I think we're almost good to go. Yeah. I'll go ahead and send out the notification now, and then we'll give it a few for people to gather up. Alright, one sec. I just need to sort out my monitors and stuff, so I got everything in order. One sec. Alright, Discord, you are going there. Images, you are going there. Schedule. Let's go there. Alright, I think we're basically good to go. I do not have chat open though. Elevator music has been stolen. Has Discord updated the elevator music, or is it still the same? I've had that muted for like over a year now, I think. Still the same? Dang. You know, I'm in a lot of Discord servers, but I don't see that many using the live stage function that often. It's probably just like a forgotten feature on Discord's end, maybe. Yeah, we'll give it a few still, though. And then we'll get into stuff. Oh, what do we have for today? Yeah. Yeah, we have a couple adjustments for global compared to JP, so we'll go through that and stuff. Yeah. Fourth Annie? Yeah, right? A lot of the games that came out around then aren't even, like, running anymore. We're at 300. Will we hit 400, 500? We shall see. But yeah, I'll give it a few minutes until we get into stuff. And for anybody that's listening, if you want to talk, stage discussion is for talking, and then stage announcements, I'll be posting images and some video links from time to time if you want to take a look. When do you ask questions? We'll probably do questions at the end. Yeah. I mean, you can ask questions in the middle and stuff, but it's hard to say if when they're taking a look at the chat later if that'll get picked up or not. They'll probably be looking at where they're all concentrated at the same time. But yeah, we'll probably do some question stuff near the end. Almost 400? We are at almost 400, aren't we? Just a little more. Oh, there's 400. And you never... What was that 500? Oh, yeah, at 500 was that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. $500 was the long forgotten errand rewards times 2. The long forgotten errand rewards. 419, I believe. I believe because we hit like 800 or 900 like a long time ago, so I believe. The max for a live stage in the past was 1,000. I don't know if they ever lifted that limit. No. We're stuck around the 420 area. I mean, I guess we can get into it while we're... We can get into it, I guess. Yeah, okay. So let's start off. So thank you everybody for showing up. And yeah, right now they have the thing going where if we had 500 people watching Discord, um, we'll be sending out a whole bunch of seal crystals and also the errand rewards times 2, which we haven't been running for a while. We'll also be sending that in during the anniversary. But since we hit up to 400, everybody will be getting the relic paper disc, the story card rituals, the Emma, and the lucky mirrors. I do believe that'll be getting sent out though, a little bit after anniversary, or like right around when it starts. I'll have to check the schedule exactly, but it won't be sent out right today. 60 more. Actually, it's still going up, isn't it? But yeah, I'll keep going with stuff as well. So today we'll also be doing like if you ask a question, you have a chance of getting chosen to win like a whole bunch of seal crystals. Or if we do a little quiz later, you have a chance if you answered correctly. That out of the people that answered correctly, 3 people getting a bunch of seal crystals. We'll be doing that a little bit later in the live stage, so try to stick around for that if you are interested. And I'll make sure to let you know when we get into that. And yeah, so I guess thank you everybody, and we'll start to go through with some of the announcements, and less than 50 to go. All right, so I'm going to start off with some of the 4th anniversary stuff, and we'll get through it little by little. Oh yeah, I can't drag images. All right, I have to upload directly. One sec. So yeah, I'm going to start with some of the anniversary campaigns that'll be coming up, and some of them are some of the usual stuff, and some are a little new. So let's take a look at all that. All right. So the first one coming in is the Everyone Wins campaign, and this time they have like these really, really big, like Touhou LostWord Yukkuri cushions that they'll be sending out to winners. You can't tell from the image, but if you watch the JP live stream, they're actually pretty big. They're much larger than you think they would be. So we'll be sending those out to some winners that log in for 30 days, and also the usual God crystals and seal crystals will be getting sent out too. I wish I had the image of their actual physical size, but I don't have it on hand. If you're curious, take a look at the JP live stream from, when was it? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, they're pretty big. And the next thing we'll be doing is, this is a new one, and we work together with JP to get it in, and I'll do my best to explain it because there's a lot to it. So, in stage announcements, they're going to have this 4th anniversary task mission thing where like every week during the anniversary there will be new tasks that open up, and there's a couple things with them. First thing is this Emma fragment to get an epic friend. So you'll be able to gather up the Emma fragments, and in total you'll be able to gather up about 140 or 150. So there will be a lot of different tasks. So like some of them are maybe easy for you, some of them may be difficult. So you have options on which ones you go for. And once you gather up 100 of them, near the latter part of the anniversary, they'll be putting in an exchange where you can exchange for a select epic friend. It's approximately 8 friends, and I don't know why I don't have the list in front of me, but one second, let me get the list. A lot of it's the C3 units, I do believe. I do not have the list in front of me. I wish I had the list. You know what? If my coworker is listening, get me the list and we'll share that later. And wait, did we just hit 500? Did we hit 500? We did hit 500. We did? Okay. I barely hit 500. That's awesome. That's cool though. So yeah, the Emma fragment you'll be able to exchange for some epic friends, and I do believe it's 8 different friends that are options, and a lot of it is some of the earlier epic friends. Most of them are from the C3 world. But if my coworker is listening and they're able to provide that list, I'll get that list out to everyone later. And the other thing with these tasks, okay, so big thing is it's not explained here, but during the anniversary, every new epic friend that gets released during the anniversary, if you get that epic friend and you reach level 100 on them during the anniversary, you'll get 1 epic paper doll back. Is one thing that'll be occurring there. And at the same time, actually, I'm going to go ahead and post this image of the overall rewards for the anniversary because I think that will make it easier to understand. Um, one sec. Wrong image. Boom. So I just posted right now. Actually, there it is. It's in the image. Oh, okay. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so in the image I just posted in stage announcements, these are the friends that will be available for exchange. And also included in here, these are like the overall rewards for the anniversary, though we'll be adding more stuff in later on. It's just we don't have them in here yet. So this is for the first part of the anniversary. Big thing as well as epic paper dolls, you'll be able to get 4, and this does not include the task I was just talking about where you get level 100 on one of the newly implemented epic friends. So this would actually be higher if you get those friends. But yeah, I think this is most of the rewards for the first part of the anniversary, but like I said, do look forward to more coming in later on. There will be a fair bit more coming in later on. One sec. Yeah, with 4 epic paper dolls, you can get a last word on a character if you don't have one yet. Yeah. So yeah, later on, probably a month from now, we'll do another announcement with some more stuff. But for now, this will be in the first part of the anniversary. And the way to get this stuff, like the large majority of this is going to come from the tasks, and some of it will come in from login bonuses, but the majority will be from tasks. And next, I'll go ahead and post the anniversary story cards, which some were already in. But during the anniversary, you'll be able to get some of the anniversary story cards, and the ones at the top are actually new ones, the ones with the new tag on them. So those ones are newly coming into the game during the anniversary, and you'll be able to start getting them little by little after the update on the 15th. And oh, I'll post an image of the epic Paydol thing. We actually had a image of like a small explanation of it. So yeah, newly implemented epic friends during the anniversary. You'll be able to check this in-game via the task menu because once that friend gets implemented, a task will get added into the game at the same time as well, so you'll be able to verify in the game. But yeah, those will be available until the end of the anniversary. Alrighty. And then next, what we'll get into is we'll get into the Aya assistance because that's actually something where we got a new friend coming in. There we go. So in stage announcements I just posted, this will be for the 4th anniversary, but we have a new Aya assistance coming in with a new friend, and I have their stat sheet actually. So this will be Yukari, but wordsmith number 50 Yukari of the L50 WS world. And the way this will work, for anyone that isn't familiar, you'll be able to get 1 copy of her free from the battle pass, not the Aya pass. I just call it battle pass because that's what it is. But anyway, from the Aya assistance, you'll be able to get 1 copy for free, and then if you want to get like more copies, you will have to go through and get the paid track for it actually. So 1 copy for free, and then if you want more copies, it's on the paid portion of it. And she also comes into the game with a new skill, which you'll also see on some other characters in the future, where like a portion of her parameters, her stats, get converted into like another stat for the entire party. If you look at her stat sheet, the 3rd skill, Fantasy Fortune, you'll see add 20% of your own in defense to your party's in attack. So you'll start to see some stuff like this beginning with Yukari. And next, what do we got? Next, we got an event coming back for Global with some updates to the rewards. Some people actually mentioned that they would like to do this one again. So coming back during the anniversary, we'll have Star Nightmare EX, the Nightmare version of it. And this will be coming back in with some more reward options. Like we'll have an exchange shop coming in, and it'll have some different options for story cards. And then, like I was talking to the team, if we have the opportunity in the future, we'd also like to try to do this with some of the other elements. So we'll see what goes there. No promises today, but it's definitely a goal that if we have the opportunity to do like a nightmare version of some of the others, because it's easier than making one from scratch. So we'll see what happens there. And then my lovely team member, if you're listening, you can go ahead and release the YouTube video for the event because I'm about to post it. So next one, everyone, this isn't out on YouTube yet, but I'll just post it. So this is the anniversary that'll be coming in for the, well, this is the event that's coming in for the anniversary, I should say. And I just posted a short 1-minute YouTube video for those who would like a little introduction. I'll give everybody a second there. All right. I take it people are still looking at the video. All right. So what we'll do then is we'll get into some of the stuff relating to the event, some of the characters, and we'll also get into some of the costumes and stuff. So let's go. All right. So something special that they're going to start doing with LostWord, and this will be a first, but we have new costumes coming in for Ultra Festival friends, which myself I've personally wanted for quite some time. And to begin with, it'll be coming in with Sanae and Suika. So they'll have costumes available with them now. So hopefully we start seeing this a little bit more in the future too. Definitely something I've wanted since like year one, year two, somewhere around there. And then for the actual characters that are coming in with this event, I'll post a little bit about them right now. One sec. Should I post their you know what? I'll grab their videos. One sec. That's what we'll do. So my lovely teammate, if you're listening, we're going to do some of the character videos right now, the ones that are event related. All right. So first video. Let's go. So this is our first video of new friends coming in during the anniversary. I'll post her a little bit about her stats in a moment. Though I think the video covers a fair bit of the stats, actually. I'll give everybody a second to check that out. I don't know how far everybody's gotten in the video, but I'm a fan of the last word animation where we get like the 3 sprites coming out, the 3 different like variations. It's pretty cool. Anniversary update is on the 15th, though usually we try to do it on the 11th, but this year with like the Golden Week holidays in Japan, it got delayed a little bit with how the holidays worked. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and post a little bit about her stats. One moment. Let's go. Where is her stats? There they are. Stage announcements. Okay. This is not like obviously this isn't everything, but this is a little bit of information. So that new ability that came in with Yukari with the eye assistance is called Sync. And again, it's like converting part of your stats into like a buff. So here we're converting part of the agility into attack for the party. Again, you'll be seeing this from time to time in the future too with characters. And she's actually an attack friend. She is attack. Though with the new skills, very supportive for sure. All right. So I guess we'll get into the next friend. All right. So next friend, let's go. And video, stage announcements. Another friend from the C3 world who we just had another variation come out not too long ago. While everybody's checking that out, I'm going to make some edits to the post to give extra information, like the friend list and stuff. All right, I'm going to throw up her simple stat sheet, her overview. All right, stage announcements. There's Epic Miko. So Epic Miko will also be coming in, and she's coming in as Speed. I feel like I see people get like pumped up about Miko more on the global side than the JP side, but maybe it's just this Discord. Might just be this Discord. I'm not sure. Okay. So those are some of the event friends, and we do have one more friend. Actually, we have a couple more friends to talk about later on. Actually, yeah, there's more than I thought. Okay. But we'll get into some of the other update stuff first, and then we'll go back to the friends once we're done there. Okay. So next, I want to talk a little bit about Fantasy Rebirth that's coming up. Fantasy Rebirth. So a little bit of an update on the Fantasy Rebirth costumes that are on the way. So the next update will be Shinmyo coming in and Seija coming in on the 21st of May. And then also we have quite a few that are slated for most likely June. Most likely you would see these. Eternity Larva L1, Yuka L1, and Narumi L1. All right. And next, what shall we get into? I think we'll get into some of the new content then as well. New system that just came out in JP recently. So I'm going to go ahead and post 2 images. 1, 2. So this for global, it won't be coming out right on anniversary day. It'll actually be coming out starting May 28th. So before then, you can prepare a little because one portion of it is actually going to be available from the 15th, one of the items you need. But the actual playable content won't be out until the 28th of May. Yeah. So what it is, new content called Moriya Unmapped. Anybody who's played JP probably a little bit familiar with it, but essentially you build up a deck of stickers, and then those are used in replacement of your story cards for the content. And they give like some pretty powerful buffs. For example, like L1 friends, if you gather up enough of the stickers, you get like a 2,500 per 2,500% bonus to attack. So they do have like a variety of stickers like that. And the stickers will be available to gather from May 15th. And if you want to farm for these, they'll be in the main story chapters. And they're generally on the last stage, like the boss stage of the main story where you see story cards dropping. And in conjunction with that, we are also doing a drop rate up. So I'm going to post that. There we go. So in conjunction with that, this is starting, I believe it's the 15th. If it's not the 15th, my teammate needs to correct me. But this will be during the anniversary where we'll be getting ×4 drop rate for the main story, Hihu, and the Yukkuri stages. So it'll be much easier to gather up the stickers during that time. But anyway, back to the system. So yeah, you build a deck of stickers and you build a deck of 20 of them. And then every time you clear an area in the story, you get an option of choosing from 3 of them and you pick one. And then that status carries over to the battle. And the status keeps carrying over. So you're stacking up buffs. And I guess the reason you would play this content, one, it has some new story for the game, which has a bit of a connection to like the main story and stuff going on in the overall world. So you can see this as a bit of a story update that'll be expanded upon in the future too. And there's also a chance of getting like a reward box with things like epic story card ritual tickets, and also was it the paper dolls. So they also have paper dolls in there, like the divine ones. Though be aware, it's not like some super high drop rate for that stuff, but it is possible to get it. So yeah, very Moriya themed. And with that said, we have another friend to talk about. So my teammate, we are going to share another friend right now because they are very Moriya related. All right, stage announcements. I have posted the next friend coming in for anniversary. I'll give everybody a sec. Okay. I'm gonna post some of her stats and stuff because there's also an update coming into the Great Boundary system, the skills for the White Festival friends. Let's go ahead and post that first. So coming along with Suwako, there will be a bit of an update coming in for the Great Boundary. So they'll be coming in with a destruction effect now, which essentially when the effect of the Great Boundary expires or gets overridden, like a destruction effect will be occurring, and this will be getting implemented on Sanae, Kanako, and Suwako as of the 5.15 update, so May 15th. And their version of it will be when the Great Boundary is destroyed or expired, the party's spirit power will go, well, 2 points up. And then for Suwako's actual stats, let's get her stats going. There she is. All right. So Suwako's stat sheet, I just put, not stat sheet, but her summary I posted there. So she's coming in as an attack friend, and her big thing will be her boundary skill will be buffing damage, and I guess debuffing target damage. Yeah, I think it's 60%, 60% or 50% at max, one of the two. I always forget. I think it's 60, yeah, and I think it might start off at 30 at the initial level. I think the initial level might be 30, yeah. All right. And relating to them, is there anything else I need to go over? Let me take a look. I think for the Great Boundary stuff, that is it. Great Boundary. Yeah, that's it. But they'll be available pretty long. Like they'll still have Sanae and Kanako running, and Suwako will be in from the 15th. Okay. Oh, so one more thing I wanted to mention to everybody. This I do not have a slide for. I'll type it out quickly. So the max player rank has been adjusted for global. So the max player rank will be increased to 500 from the 15th. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a slide for that, but yeah, player rank increased to 500 from the 15th. What do I want to get into next, everybody? Okay. Let's get into versus Divergent Spirits because we got some content coming in there and some like special like reward campaign. Versus Divergent Spirits. Which image are you? I have too many images. Too many images. There you are. And this one I'll have to explain a little because the image doesn't cover everything, but I'll go ahead with posting the image. So with Global, to start things off, for Versus Divergent Spirits, they're going to be doing a mix of rerun and new versus Divergent Spirits to begin with. And each of these will have some new and old story card drops available. Like there'll be a mix of things going on. But also a big thing is from all of these, I believe the rewards have been adjusted. So you actually get seal crystals from doing these Versus Divergent Spirits. So in the first time rewards, usually it's just like general materials, but you'll also see this time, you'll see some seal crystals, and I do believe you'll also see some fortune dust in there too. So that's one thing they'll be running with the Divergent Spirits. And then for Divergent Spirits, they'll also be doing a second part, which Global was able to get in quick. Which JP was able to get in quicker than us. We weren't able to get it in time for anniversary start, so it'll come in a little later. But I also went ahead and posted Versus Divergent Spirits Campaigns Part 2. So again, you'll still see an increase of seal crystals. And I forgot to actually, mirrors will be available too. And we'll have a new exchange Emma. It'll be a story card exchange Emma that'll be kind of like rotating per new versus Divergent Spirits. So instead of just like farming the story card over and over, you can trade for a direct copy and it'll have multiple copies within the Emma. So yeah, with Versus Divergent Spirits, you'll now be able to get an Emma to exchange for Versus Divergent Spirits story cards. That's a lot of words. And I'll be coming in from the second part from May 28th. And that Emma you'll see used in the future as well from time to time in Global and JP. Okay, what do we want to get into next? Some people are asking about Yukuri. I only have a simple image, but I shall post her. There we go. We have a new Yukkuri friend arriving, along with some story stuff. Also, my lovely teammate, my friend. When does Alice come in? I don't remember. When is she scheduled for Global? I can actually. I'll try to look at the schedule too. One sec. It's on a different monitor though. I got too many. I got too many windows open. When is she? Yukkuri. 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 Oh, she sent me a message. May 21st, everyone. Okay, so she will get added in May 21st along with the story. So yeah, look for the Yukuri update from the 21st of May. I'm going to write that because we don't have an image. May 21st. 21st. Yukuri update. Okay. And next, what shall we go to? Also, we have more Yukuri stuff coming in, but we won't get into it today. And next. Okay, next, let's just give like a bit of a sneak peek of some friends that'll be coming up soon. We don't have any of their detailed stat sheets just yet for global. Still need to be translated, but we'll go ahead and post these. There's one. There's two. And let me take a look exactly when they're coming in and get the right date. I think it's probably the 21st, but I want to double check. 21st. My lovely teammate, when are both of these coming in? I know Shikieki is coming in on the 21st. Oh, that's right. Futo's already in. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, Futo's not. Yeah, 6-4? 6-4. 6-4. Oh, wow, that's quite some ways away. Okay, so Futo's actually 6-4, so June 4th. I'll go ahead and write that, though. June 4th. And Eiki is coming in on May 21st. So you'll see more information on some videos of her stuff in a little bit. May 21st. There we go. Okay. What else do I want to do? Other stuff is just a lot of pack stuff, I think. I don't want to get into the pack stuff too much, though, so I just might post all the images for people that are interested in what's going on for the packs. I don't really want to discuss that. Yeah, I'm just going to post all the pack images real quick for anybody that's interested. Get them out there. So these are some of the anniversary packs coming in. So let's just post them out there. 1, 2. Oh my god, there's so many images. 3, 4. Wait, we have more? Oh no, 5. How far can we go? 6. And then okay, we is that it? 6? Okay, 6, but then we got costumes. So we also have costumes for the event and the anniversary. One sec. Boom. That's a lot of like pack related stuff. Okay, so anybody interested, that's a lot of these special like anniversary packs because they'll have a special like a lot of unique packs for the anniversary, and they also have a bunch of costumes, and they have a lot of the limited costumes coming back, like some of the New Year's costumes and some of the anniversary costumes. You'll see them coming back in the game if you were waiting for them, because I know they don't put them in the shop too much. I don't know if they have a Phantasma pack this time. I wasn't consulted on one. I don't know. And I think I had one more image. Oh, I forgot something. What? We got the roulette. The roulette is coming back. Where's that image? There it is. So the roulette also comes back from May 15th. We'll put that in. May 15th. Yeah, Korindou, I don't know where he went. There's somebody else hanging out there right now. I'm not sure where they came from, but yeah, I guess they're here for the anniversary. For the roulette, I think they did a slight update, but nothing too crazy. My understanding was they slightly updated compared to the last time they did it because they took a look at it and the content was a little old. So I'm pretty sure it's slightly updated. I don't have the friend list in front of me, but when the in-game announcements come out, they will have the full list, I do believe. Okay, let me take a look at images and stuff, everybody, to see if I'm missing anything. Also, my lovely teammate who is listening, if I missed anything, send me a message. If not, I'm just going to take a look quickly. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything? I think we hit a lot of the early anniversary stuff, everybody. I think we hit a lot of it. I'm looking at the schedule one more time to be safe. New event, nightmare. We got trial quests. Oh, so right now, everybody, this is just a small point, but right now they're running like the daily experience quest. But starting from May 28th, they'll be running the super experience quest from May 28th. So It will swap over to Super Experience on the 28th of May. That's one thing. Yeah, I think we'll probably do the quiz and questions next. Because, yeah, I think we hit the majority of May update stuff. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's go do some of the quiz stuff. They have, like, just a super, super tiny quiz. I think it's only 3 questions. Let me grab it. There we go. Okay, quiz. We'll do the 3 questions. And I'm curious how many people get the questions. I didn't know one of these. One of these I didn't know off the top of my head. So let's start with the first one. Okay, everybody, number 1. I will type it out the same time as I'm saying it. One sec. Actually, not the same time. I'm going to type it out first and then say it. Patience. Okay. I'm going to do my best not to say it. All right, in stage announcements, I posted the question. Okay. What's the name of the tiny Suika who follows Blue Reimu around? So, name F1, epic. What is the name? Okay, way more people. Okay, this is literally the question that I. Literally, why do so many people remember this? I was literally there before she was implemented because the card. I guess so. I know. Maybe I'm just silly. I'm just silly. I guess. I'm just silly. I guess. I'm just silly. Oh man. Or spell card dialogue. I guess so. I'm just silly. Okay, thank you. The one person that said didn't know that was her name. Thank you. All right, so my teammate, that's a lot of people that got the question right, so there's a lot of options to choose from. Probably gonna have to run like a random puller or something to pick people randomly. But anyway, let's do the next question. I'm gonna post the answer just to be safe though as well, even though almost everybody just instantly knows. All right. So yeah, anybody who answered that question, there is a possibility you'll get chosen for rewards. I'm just going to post it real quick, the answer. Okay, question number 2. And I just realized I can copy paste the questions, so let's do that. All right, question number 2. What is Kanako's occupation in Hifu Code L, the last ward? All right, how many people? Oh, oh, okay, okay. Okay, yeah. Some people are getting this. Okay. Not everybody. There's a bit of a mix. Oh, yeah. Some people are wrong, too. I see a few people that are wrong. My teammate, is businesswoman an acceptable answer? Is that acceptable? Like, will you have to think about that one later? Like, is that acceptable? A woman of business. I wonder, is that acceptable? Oh, a teammate said they're gonna think about it. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna post the answers for everybody, so take a look at or wait, maybe I'll give it a few more. I'll give it a few more. I'll give it a few more. I don't know how long I should give for these, but 30 seconds or so, I guess. I think some people are changing their answers and some people are using adjectives instead of nouns. Very interesting. Some people are bolding. All right. Okay, I'll post the answer. So the answer, there were 2 valid answers, and let's post them. All right, I posted the answers. So the valid answers were student and entrepreneur, and I did ask my teammate if businesswoman is acceptable or not, so I guess they'll think about that later. Yeah, poll would have been a good idea, actually. So if we do that in the future, I think that's actually a good idea. My teammate friend, keep that in mind for the future. Maybe we can do poll next time. That's actually a really good idea. Though it's really funny seeing everybody spam their answers. It's actually super funny. Okay, let's go into the next one. The next one I think most people should get, I think. But it might be a little difficult to give the exact answer. We'll see how everybody does. We'll see. We shall see. All right, next question. When does the ocean first appear in the main story? When does the ocean first appear in the main story? Ocean. While everybody's answering that, I'm putting numbers on these questions. All right. Let's see. How's it? Chapter 1, Chapter 1, Chapter 1, Part 2, Chapter 1 or Chapter 4? My lovely teammate, is Chapter 1 acceptable? Is that an acceptable answer? The answer I have here in front of me is a very specific answer, like super specific. The answer I have is very specific. Because, yeah, me too. I can answer, like, generally. Okay, it doesn't have to be super specific. It doesn't have to be super specific, but bonus, like, participation points for anybody who got it exactly. Everyone. I think most people got this, though, generally, it seems. Yeah, yeah, and people even got the title. Quite a few people even got the title. So I'll go ahead and post the answer. Yeah. One sec. But yeah, just the chapter's fine. I got confirmation from my team member here. But for those interested in the exact answer, it was, yeah, chapter 1, episode chapter 1, episode 1, part 2, all becomes fantasy part 2 is like the extremely specific answer. Right? That's super specific. But yeah, chapter 1 is okay for the answer. So who even wants to answer that long? That's pretty long. Okay, so quiz for now. That's it. But maybe in the future we'll do this again. And like was suggested, maybe we'll try to use the poll function a little bit. Though I think it's really funny when everybody's spamming the answer. I think it's actually hilarious. So we'll think about that. But yeah, so what we'll do now, everybody, is we'll get into doing some of the question stuff. And for everybody that participate in the quiz, the winners will be randomly chosen a little bit later. So that'll just take a little bit of time to sort that out. And those people, they'll get a message on Discord. The winners will get a message on Discord from either a Discord staff member or like a Next Ninja staff. We'll try to do that in a way that everybody like is comfortable and it's like not a strange account messaging you. So we'll sort that out. But okay, so yeah, we'll do questions for me next. So if you want to go ahead and do some questions, I'll grab a few and yeah, I'll give everybody a second to ask some questions and I'll answer them here and there as I can. When will the main story continue? Okay, no exact answer, but I hope we have an update pretty soon. That's all I can say, honestly. In regards to pity for the L0G characters, honestly, I haven't heard anything about like adjustments for them currently, but if some sort of adjustment comes in, I will definitely make sure everybody knows, but there has not been a discussion yet from what I've heard. Will there ever be epic friend costumes added? I have not heard about epic friends, but the fact that we have Ultra Festival friend costumes now, I do think that's a possibility. Can we have Sun EX as a special stage? My lovely, lovely team member, leave that down as like a suggestion, because that's something we should think about. More Chen alts. I'm sorry, I don't deal with the character creation, so I don't have any answer there. I'm sorry. That's like a completely different group that deals with them. Marisa, CZ or CZ1 hashtag. That would be the New Year's one, correct? Currently no plan yet. We'll have to see what happens there. Sanae L80. For L80 fronts, maybe look forward to in the summertime when they're running like the music stuff, because in Japan they'll be doing like a new concert, and along with the concert you might be seeing some rerun stuff there, potentially. A general pool update. Zammu and Hisame. My lovely, lovely team member, my friend, L1 Zammu and Hisame, if they're not in the schedule, we need to check out what the schedule is for when they're to be added to the general pool. Next one, Elemental EX. Has there been any discussion regarding implementing any new... Currently, we do not have the team members for Global for new elemental content, but we might actually do some Nightmare variations that might be a little bit more realistic to implement because it's not as heavy as level design adjustments. How these 5 years been for me? Pretty solid. When do we get more MV songs on Spotify, Apple Music? I have not heard of the schedule for that, but I do know they do it periodically, like once every 4 months, 6 months, I do believe. It depends on the contracts with all the different artists and stuff, though. The new Sanae and Suika, are they actual units or costumes? Those are costumes, yes. Main story, we talked about that. Oku content. Yeah, I want more Oku content, too. Mima banner rerun. We were talking about that the other day, so I do think that will be coming up eventually. The Mima banner rerun. That is something that has been getting discussed. Why are you a silly guy? I don't know, man. Why am I silly? When was the release day of the L1 Sumideko unit? I don't remember. I think it was before Hifu LostWord came out. I think. I don't remember, though. Favorite LostWord animation? Of recent times, I really liked the Relic Miko one. I thought the Relic Miko one was pretty awesome. Reimu F1 Fantasy Rebirth. I think this is on the schedule for either, I think maybe June for global, and this is also for my teammate. Make sure we have Reimu F1 Fantasy Rebirth in the schedule, because I do believe JP has sorted that out already, schedule-wise and implementation. Yuma alt. Yeah, I can't answer them because I don't do the creation of the characters. What's your favorite alt? Probably Mysterious Swordsmaster. Yomu from way back. She's still one character I'll always remember. I liked the original, like LostWord variation of the characters, honestly. Or E1 Flan. The E1 characters, I really like the story. Yeah, the E1 story is pretty awesome. Big fan of that story. EX Kosuzu? I don't have the schedule in front of me, but she is planned for global. She is. Conflux. Conflux actually has some issues that need to be resolved. There's a couple bugs with it, so if we did it, it would have to get like a redesign, which I don't know if we're capable of doing currently. Oh my god, I've been answering so many questions. I'm gonna go with the front part, answer a couple more. Let's take, oh my god, there's so many questions, everybody. Oh my god, if I keep answering these questions, they'll never end. Holy. That's a lot of questions. Okay, I'm just gonna pick a couple more random ones. Any good questions? Well, not good questions, but ones I can answer. Filtering for story cards. Okay, this is actually currently being discussed, though I have not heard of an implementation schedule. It is something I have heard being discussed. So hopefully something good gets in the game this year for filtering story cards. That is actually an awesome question. Yeah. So it is something I have seen being discussed a fair bit recently. So let's hope this year. Yep. Let's hope. Okay, let's take a look for some other questions like that. Maybe I can answer. Um, what else? Favorite stage background? I don't know. There's quite a few cool backgrounds in the game. Sorry. Uh, maybe the cherry blossom tree from Act 3. Yeah, the cherry blossom tree from Act 3. Yeah. Or Chapter 3. I guess Chapter 3 would be the correct terminology. Chapter 3. Yeah. Any other Steam release? Okay, there has not been discussion of a Steam release, but it's something I keep bringing up to the engineers. Like me personally, I keep bringing it up to them. So I hope someday, one day, like anytime, like it is something I definitely keep bringing up though. Um, anything else? I'm sorry if I don't answer your question. There's actually way more than usual. Usually there's enough questions I can answer most, but I'm just gonna try to grab a few more that I haven't hit yet. Somebody's asking about PvP. PvP has not been discussed currently. It has not. It has not. Though sometimes when I see like in Japan especially, they run the survey for the players, it is something that some people seem to want, but I have not heard discussion of it. If you do want it, though, you'd have to send in like messages to customer service and stuff so they can make a note of that, or when they do a survey to answer, and then they can consider. Fantasy Rebirth's release schedule. Yeah, they need a better release schedule for that. My lovely teammate that's listening, if we can get like a cleaner Rebirth schedule put out, I think that would be really cool, like a roadmap. I know you're super busy, but if we have a chance, that would be really awesome. Are there plans to rework Fantasy Rebirth systems? There actually has been a little bit of discussion from myself and some other team members making it a little bit easier overall to get into the Fantasy Rebirth system, like make it more accessible to more players. So nothing solid there, but there has been discussion recently. There has been. Taking a look, few more. Okay, most of these older questions, I think a lot of them are to do with like character creation and stuff, which regretfully, that's like one of the few areas I can't really answer much. Okay, let's take a look. Anything else? Okay, will half SP ever come back? I don't think so because on the back end, it actually causes issues now. Ever since they added in the SP cut system, it can result in bugs actually. So they're kind of scared of doing that again. So if anything, we would just give out more SP and stuff. Raid? Nope. The raids have not really been discussed, but it's something I have brought up personally, like quite a few times. I think it would be really fun if there was like some raid type battles. Like, yeah, can only hope. Mochi? Mochi will be back. I'd like to see Mochi back. If Mochi came back, I think we'd have to buff up the stats, the defense and stuff, because it's such an old design. How do you choose the art for the spell card? Interesting. If you're talking about like the actual like image in the game, I don't even know who makes that. If you're talking about the image like in the game with the Japanese text on it, I literally don't even know who makes that. But they've done the same design since the game released. So I think they're just like copying kind of like a template design and doing a little bit adjustments here and there based on the characters' themes. I'm not sure though. I'm not familiar with who actually does those images. Story cards is completely different. I think like that's done with like a lot of the people who work on the characters, like their flavor and everything. Fumo's pretty cool. We got more Fumos coming out too. Actually, on the topic of Fumos, we'll have an announcement for some global releases eventually for Fumos once they come out. I think maybe that's what'll do it for questions, because now a lot of the questions are getting into like collab type stuff, which I can't really answer. So I think we'll do questions up until here, I think. Yeah. So yeah, anybody who asked a question in this massive, massive chat log, there is a chance you will get some seal crystals and you will be contacted via Discord. Like I said, maybe I'll talk with some of the administrators if they can help with the messages, just so it's like a familiar account for everybody and they know it's not like a scam or anything. So I'll sort that out with everybody to see the safe way to message the winners. And besides that, everybody, we'll do another live stage next month, and we'll talk about more anniversary stuff next month. And we also need to talk about the LostWord live stuff. So next month they'll be doing the like live concert for LostWord in Japan, and along with that they'll have like a bunch of events and the new live characters and stuff. So we'll get into that next month in the live stage. And we'll have some videos and stuff too, I do believe, for the concert to share with everybody, I'm pretty sure. Dev letter, they haven't talked. That's possible. Right now, it's being easiest to do the live stage because our lovely friend Michael is no longer with us, and now it's just me. It's just me. But we'll see. They haven't actually talked about the format, so we'll see. No more tortilla man. He didn't die. He didn't die. uh, okay. But yeah, everybody, I guess, yeah, enjoy the anniversary. And if you have any suggestions, as usual, we do have the suggestion section on Discord. Admins, what's the section exactly? Because it's kind of like formatted into the thread format. It is. Are we able to tag the thread form? Can you tag it? It can be tagged. Okay, I'm gonna tag that in the announcements then. Game. Oh, it does let you. Oh, okay. Yeah, we messed up there. Game suggestions. There we go. So yeah, just if you ever have like any suggestions for the game, like even small things or like it doesn't matter, whatever the suggestion is, drop it in there. And like if you have like any sort of like bugs or any issues, leave it in there, because the team members do check that either daily or every couple of days. So yeah, it's definitely worth dropping there. That's a lot of exchange points. I wish they had something to like do with the exchange points, but yeah, I shall leave it there, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for making it a reality, hitting over 500. Pretty awesome. Like, comment, subscribe. We do not have a YouTube for the live stage, but enjoy the anniversary, everybody. And yeah, if you have anything you want added to the game, leave your suggestions at any time, and we'll take a look at that from time to time. And thank you as always. And I guess see you probably next month. Probably. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.